Let me ask you directly. If I asked you today to show me your company structure, what would you actually show me? Most managers send over an Excel sheet with names and surnames. But here's the problem. That is not an organizational structure. That is simply a list of people. And so long as you think that the list is your structure, you are creating chaos in your company. Why? Because when one person leaves, the whole chain of activities starts falling apart. And when new work comes in, you give it to whoever has time, not to the role that should own it in the process. And what happens next? Burned out, unmotivated people, repeated mistakes, and a manager who still has to solve everything personally. Hi, I'm Diana, a process optimization expert, and in this video I'll show you how to move from a list of people to a working organizational structure, one that functions even when you are not involved in every single step. Imagine a theater. Your employee list is the cast, your organizational structure is the script and the rules. And most companies make one critical mistake. They build their structure around people, not around processes. For example, John does everything. He serves clients, organizes supply, and even keeps track of warehouse stock. Sounds great until John leaves. Then you start looking for another John, and you can't find one. Because what you actually need is not another person. What you need is a set of clear functions that are currently being carried by one person inside a specific process. And this is exactly where process thinking begins, and where a process-based organizational structure starts to take shape. Enough theory. Let's move into practice. Here are 3 steps you can take today. Step 1. List processes, not people. Ask yourself, what has to happen for the customer to get the result? From the very first contact all the way to receiving payment. Write down every stage, no names. Step 2. Put the work into boxes. Group the activities. Everything related to money, finance. Everything related to attracting clients, marketing. Everything related to delivery, operations. That is how you start building a real organizational structure. Step 3. One accountable person, one owner. Assign one clearly responsible person to each box. Not 2, not everyone, 1. If 2 people are responsible, in reality, no one is. Now check yourself with these questions. Is one employee sitting on 5 chairs? That may be normal in a small business, but in your structure, it should still show up as 5 separate functions. That reveals where a person is overloaded. Are there processes with no owner? For example, who is responsible for building customer loyalty? If the answer is no one, you are losing money. Is your business structure built around processes or around people? In a growing business, the winner is not hierarchy, departments, or job titles. The winner is clear processes. The truth is very simple. Your business results can only be as strong as your organizational structure is stable. If your structure is built around people, you get chaos. If it is built around processes, you get growth. If you want to learn more about how to structure processes, I cover this in detail inside the iProcess Academy online training. You'll find the link in the description below this video. Subscribe to the channel because in the next videos I'll share even more about process-based organizations. Write in the comments which process is creating the most chaos in your company right now. Let's look at where you should start.